UMC. And my name is Vicki Richmond Hawkins. For those of you that I haven't met yet this evening, we want to welcome you to our campus. I'm the Director of Continuing Education and handle all of the community outreach for our campus. The non-credit courses and everything from College for Kids through Good Ideas, and some of you are College of the Maritime members that we often see here on the campus, and we value having you here with us this evening. Tonight we have for sure one speaker with a whole lot of backup group. And Asam Tala, as well as his compadres, are students at North Central Technical College through the Community College Initiative for Egypt, or CCI Egypt. And that is funded by the U.S. Department of State, administered by community colleges for international development. CCID is what it's referred to. The CCI program, this Community College Initiative program for Egypt, provides quality education programs, professional development, employment skills, and a first-hand understanding of American society to underserved, non-elite international students, particularly women and students in their early and mid-20s, who already have work experience. These young men and women that are here with this program have professions back in Egypt. They just haven't been students. They're here to enhance that profession and learn about America as well. And I know that many of you in the audience are either host families. I've seen you hugging and greeting each other. So they have made some of that connection with the community and know that Wisconsin hospitality is warm, even though our temperatures might not be for them at times. These students arrived here as part of a group of international students in September, and I heard them at an international forum at the library this past fall, and that's when I decided that I would invite them to come for our international dinner tonight. Before that, I just want to make a note on the menu. It's going to be served family style, and the turnovers, we've got both meat-filled ones and cheese-filled ones, and they'll be labeled on the table, but the way that we have kind of estimated quantity-wise is 2 meat ones and 2 cheese ones per person. So if you want to take more than that at your table, you need to horse trade with somebody else at your table for that, because that's how they're allocated. So guys, don't take all the meat ones first and leave the meat. Know that that's how we've kind of allocated, but then after that, you're free to, exchange with others at your table as you wish. And at this point, then, I'm going to turn it over to Asam Taha, and he will introduce everyone else. Asam.
Thank you very much, and I'm very happy to be here today with you. My name is Asam Hassan. I'm one of the Egyptian students here. I'm graduated actually from Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Cairo University in Egypt, 2004. And I think I forget to. So again, my name is Asam Hassan, and I'm from Egypt. I'm graduated actually from Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Cairo University, 2004, and then worked 3 years in the pharmaceutical companies. So after that, I feel I need more information about marketing studies and business administration. So I have the chance to come this scholarship here in NTC to study marketing and business administration, and also to discover America, not the land, the people. So I think I'm lucky to be here today. So let us make it today like traveling through Egypt. I want every one of you just to dream that we will be in Egypt after 5 minutes, 3 minutes. So prepare yourself, prepare your mind, But for the first, we have some sad news, and I'm sorry about that. One of our friends just lost his father yesterday. His father died in California yesterday, so he go there. So if you excuse me, we'll stand just 1 minute to cheer him in the sadness, if you please. Thank you very much. My, oh. So I make it slow? Okay. Okay, I will try. So today we will talk about Egypt. And to talk about Egypt, it's not easy task to me or to anyone, because Egypt have many aspects to speak about. To speak about from the aspect of history, if you speak about Egypt from the tourism history, if you talk about the politics, if you talk in that, so it's a big job. So forgive me if I will not be the accurate one to describe everything about Egypt, but I will try to collect everything. So forgive me for the first, because I am smaller than Egypt, smaller than to talk about the whole Egypt. Okay, so we will start. And for the first start, again, I will interrupt you to stand up again for the Egyptian anthem if you want. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Because Egypt is not ordinary country, we will make the presentation today not ordinary presentation. So if you came and think for the first, it will be like slides and PowerPoint and something like that. No, it will not be like that. It will be actual trip to Egypt. We will start from the airport. We have our plan. We have everything. We registered the tickets. Everything is okay. So everyone, I want just to prepare himself for this trip. And yeah. And for the first time, we will go to this is the title of the presentation, Egypt, the Land of Secrets. Me, the presenter, is some. So we are in Wassa now, in Wassa Airport. Yeah. So prepare yourself. Yeah. Yeah, it will be like that. And this is our just plane. It's wonderful. All of you are first class. Don't worry about that, okay? Yeah. So we are in Wassa, and we'll take this beautiful plane to go to Egypt. So we will start our trip. We go now. So just I want one thing. When you go to the plane and close your eyes, everyone please close his eyes for just 1 minute. Imagine that you are in the plane now, and we have a wonderful pilot, and he talk about, okay, we will start and information. So if you have this picture, what is the picture will come to your mind about Egypt? Okay, I will go to Egypt now. So what is this Egypt? Where is Egypt? I don't know. So I think this is one of the picture will come to your mind. The pyramids and some people, what is that? Oh, the River Nile and some boats, some very old boats, maybe. Oh, what is that? And the people just still ride donkeys and This is one of our bridge. It's still like that, but not like that. They just have the two lines now. Maybe like that? Ah. If I'm in your position, I will just think about that. Okay, very old houses. People just read the traditional clothes and something like that. And this is actually Egypt. This is actually photos from Egypt, but this is street in native quarter Cairo, like from 200 years. And also this is one of the squares, Ibrahim Pasha Square, Al-Ataba Square. Just they use the donkeys as a ride before the cars, sure. And this is one of the street, the very old street, and the houses. They have this very crowded. This is Khan el-Khalili, and convert now to be one of the famous streets for the things related to Pharaonic era. Maybe this is the view from the hills, Muqattam Hills, it's around Egypt, to Cairo at this time, from 200 years. I think this is the picture will come to your mind when you are in the plane and think about Egypt and something like that. And one will told me now, one of my friends just described me Egypt as a desert. They have a desert. Maybe they use the camels. Just the only thing I know about Egypt is the pyramids. Maybe. This is the pyramids, actually. Oh, and okay. This is the pyramids also, and Sphinx. 6 pyramids, those the 3 famous one, and this is the 3 younger one, or the smallest one. Sphinx, Saqqara, pyramid with a special way in engineering, Memnon, statues, temples, Karnak temples inside, and this is Karnak temple also in Luxor, Abu Simbel. This is the picture will go to your mind. Egypt, just monuments, temples, Pharaonic era, and everything. But actually, Egypt is different. Egypt, by the days, and the modern Egypt is different now. So maybe we are in the plane, still in the plane. Maybe the pilot will go with you with one video about Egypt. So let's go with this video.
Once upon a time, there was a land where the sun was sacred. That land was Egypt. Today, Egyptians offer you their most precious treasure, the sun. Nothing compares to Egypt.
I think this is one of the videos you can just watch in the plane or something like that. We're still in the plane, remember, yeah. We have a wonderful cabin crew. If anyone want a coffee or something, we have a wonderful one. So this is the picture in your mind about Egypt, and this is one of the videos maybe you will watch in the plane. So I think we spend like 18 hours from Wasa to New York, JFK maybe, and then from New York to Cairo. It's like 11-hour trip if we didn't have transit in Europe or something like that. So maybe we will reach very soon. So prepare yourself. Everyone, the seat belt, prepare himself. Okay, before we go, I think we are prepare ourselves to landing now to Egypt. So I will give you some facts about Egypt. About the location. The location, Egypt in north of Africa. And I just laugh more when I came here for the first time, and some people when I told him I'm from Egypt, and he told me, where is Egypt? Maybe. And that surprised me. I came with Egypt, and I discovered that many people don't know where is Egypt. So Egypt in the north of Africa. Our boundaries, this is Libya in the west part. And we have from the south part, Sudan. And from the east part, we have the Red Sea. And this is Suez Canal. and this is Sinai, and this is Israel with Gaza Strip, Palestine, and this is the Mediterranean Sea, which separate us from Europe, the south of Europe, okay? And this is the River Nile. Go with Egypt from south to north. River Nile is the longest river in the world. It's from Africa, the central of Africa, it's like 6,700, I think 67 kilometers in tall. So he is the tallest in the world. So this is Cairo, our capital, in connection between the two branches of the River Nile. And we have Alexandria here in the beach of Mediterranean Sea, and Port Said. And this is my city, actually. I'm from a small city. It's called Damietta here in this point. So this is the location of Egypt. And if we talk about some information, the population, the population is 80 million people. Our capital, Cairo. The area, I think, is near to 1 million kilometers square. The language, Arabic, and we study English in the school, in secondary school. Our religion, the most is Sunni Muslim, and we have Coptic Christian. The currency, Egyptian pound. The climate, totally different than here. The opposite side. If you want to know the weather of Egypt, just imagine the opposite for Wasa. We have hot, dry weather in the summer, and the winter is wonderful, it's very warm. Maybe we have rain sometime in many places, but still, we didn't have snow at all. So you can imagine I'm miserable here. Oh, yeah. A struggle to survive. This is the historical background about Egypt. Egypt, we have, like here, south and north. In Egypt also, in the Pharaonic era, we have south and north, until we have a king called Mina. He is the first king for whole Egypt, just to make union between the two parts, north and the south of Egypt. So recorded history in Egypt began around 4,000 before birth. Okay, when the nomadic hunters settled in the Nile Valley, but it was in like 3,100 BC that Egypt crowned her first pharaoh Mina, who later unified the country to regions, south, the lower Egypt, or the south, and the upper Egypt, or the north, okay? If we just go with you, I didn't want to get you more information because we're still in the plane, and I think 18 hours is very hard, so I want just to skip this information, but it's very important. The history of Egypt is a fundamental part of the history of human civilization through the interaction between Egypt's unique geographical location and the creativity and expression of ancient Egyptians. This is about the Pharaonic era in Egypt, but after the Pharaonic era, we had the Greek era with the Big Alexander or Great Alexander, and then we have the Romanic era, and then we have the Coptic era. I think in the birth of the Jesus at this time, and then we have Egypt in the Islamic era, which I think started in 640 after birth. And the modern era, Muhammad Ali is truly considered the founder of modern Egypt at the beginning of the 19th century. Maybe like 1941, this is the first year for Muhammad Ali to be like a king of Egypt. So this is a small information about. Oh, finally we are an international arrival hall 3 in Cairo airport. So we need to take a coffee, I think. All of us need that. So we will go here and stay some time to take a coffee. And this is also in Cairo International Airport. And there is one of the famous characters in Egypt who want to welcoming you in Egypt. So I wait for him. He's Dr. Zahi Hawass, one of the famous scientists which talk about the history of Egypt, especially the Pharaonic era. He is the best in the world about that. So we wait for him, take some coffee until he will come. This is outside also the airport. So he coming very soon.
Ancient Egypt, a civilization which resisted the course of thousands of years of history. A people that revolutionized the march of humanity with its great discoveries. Thousands of years ago, the Greeks and Romans examined the mystery of the pyramids. Still today, the magical charm and secrets of this people remain intact. Discoveries, magic, adventure. Exclusively for us,
Dr.
Zai
Hawass.
Hawass, the world's most famous archaeologist, will reveal the astounding discoveries of the Egyptian civilization. Along with him, we will visit sites that have never been shown before. We will go into excavations that have not yet been completed. We will penetrate unexplored tunnels and underground passages. A fascinating journey inside the most amazing monuments ever built by man. What lies still undiscovered beneath the sand of the Egyptian deserts? What mysteries are hidden in the Valley of the Kings? Who were the Egyptians really? What did they believe in? What was life like 3,000 years ago? Since the 19th century, archaeology has revealed precious information about Egypt, but there are still many tombs to be found. Tombs that could help us understand where legend ends and where history begins.
I thought that Cleopatra and Mark Antony could really find a place to hide her tomb. Maybe before the end of this year, maybe we'll reveal the mystery of this pyramid.
The construction of the pyramids, the meaning of the hieroglyphics, the curses of the pharaohs, the scientific knowledge and the cult of the dead, the artifacts. Thousands of years later, Egypt still continues to hold some of the most important mysteries of our civilization. Who really was Tutankhamun? Zai Hawass leads us through a fascinating journey full of discoveries. A trail to the dawn of humanity, where everything began and where anything can still happen.
Until now, we tried to discover the secrets of Egypt.
5,000 years ago, in an age when Greece and Rome were but a distant dream, one civilization conceived the impossible and built the unimaginable.
The Egyptians worked on a much grander scale than anyone did for millennia.
Enriched by their conquests and empowered by their gods, the indomitable pharaohs of Egypt built the ancient world's first stone monolith. Its tallest building, oldest dam, most impenetrable fortress, greatest city, and the ultimate monument to one ruler's ego.
It's a clear message. Do not mess with Egypt.
Egypt's engineers boldly redefined the limits of architectural possibility. But their road to eternal glory was riddled with blood, betrayal, and outright disaster.
Engineering of empire. Good. So thank you, Dr. Zahi Hawass, about that. I think we have good experience now with the Pharaonic era, and I think it's the best start when you start in Egypt to know about that, because the roots of our history is the Pharaonic era. So we will complete, after welcoming with Dr. Zahi Hawass, we will complete our trip in Egypt. So let me take you on a fast journey in Egypt. Okay, are you ready? Everyone is ready. I feel some people sleep. Oh, this is the downtown in Egypt, and Tahrir Square. So I think it's totally different than the photos we described at the first. I'm sorry about that. Just some people disturb. What is that? Are you crazy? This is in Egypt. This is Cairo with 15 million people inside. So, oh, don't remember me by that. This is the only, you know, this is one of the advantage here in Wasa. You can drive your car anywhere. You have a place for parking or something like that. So thanks God about that. In Cairo, if you go to place, take some like 20 minutes to go there, you will take 2 hours to find a place to park your car. So this is Cairo. This is one of the beautiful views for Cairo. Actually, I love it very much. This is like, we have the River Nile here, and in this area, it's divided 2 branches, and we call that the island, the Zamalek Island or Gezira Island. And this is many of the big hotels, multinational hotels, 4 Seasons. We have the Meridian here, we have Grand Hyatt, and we have Sheraton here, okay? And we have many bridges connect between the 2 parts of Cairo, or Cairo and Giza. This is the opera, the music house as we called it. And I think it's one of the wonderful views for Cairo. This is Al Gezira, one of the clubs, the sport club in Egypt. So this is one of the famous things in Egypt, Cairo University, and actually I'm proud to be one of the students who learn in Cairo University. This is my university, one of the oldest in Egypt, and it's actually the oldest one in Egypt, and I think in the north of Africa. This is the American University in Cairo, and the American University in Cairo, I think they have like 100 years there, and I have been there many times when we have participation project between Cairo University and the American University of Cairo, and he is from the Respect Institution for Education in Egypt. This is Cairo Tower, the tallest one in Africa. You can enjoy there, if you go, this part is Revolver Restaurant. You can enjoy your dinner there, and in half an hour you can just watch all Cairo. It's very expensive. This is the high dam, which they make it in Aswan to prevent the River Nile, to just cover the houses and something. We built it in 1960s in the era of Gamal Abdel Nasser, if you remember that. This is another view for the high dam. We use it to extract the electricity, which cover all Egypt. This is Alexandria Library, one of the oldest libraries in the world. If we search about the history of Alexandria Library, the great Alexander built it, like, yeah, but this is the new one. From like 20 years, it's burned from a long time, and from 20 years, we have a project with UNESCO and Japan to rebuild it, and they make like a competition all over the world to have the shape, this shape. It's like half a moon corresponding to the sun, and they have like island, the whole library in island, and you can see the Mediterranean Sea from inside the library actually. It's wonderful. This is from inside the library. Good one. This is one of the commercial malls in Egypt called City Star, one of the biggest in the Middle East area. This is Alexandria, one of the wonderful cities in the world, have a beach in Mediterranean Sea. This is overview for the city, and this is Stanley Bridge here. They make it inside. So you can enjoy in the summer. Actually, it's very crowded in the summer. This is view for Islamic Cairo. This is Citadel Muhammad Ali Mosque and Salah ad-Din Citadel, one of the famous Islamic monuments in Egypt. This is also, we called it Coronation Nile. This street is just beside the River Nile. This is a building of Department of State. I called it the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And this is the Union for TV and Radio, the government one. And you can enjoy there all the time. It's like 6 kilometers you can enjoy to see the River Nile. This is Suez Canal Bridge, one of the highest in the world. It's like, I think, 72 meters to give the chance to the boat to come and cross that area to go inside the Suez Canal. Subway, we miss it here. This is like the countryside of Egypt, and Al Gharbiya, one of the small cities in Egypt. This is our green tea. I think most of you tried that. If our